What's up, racers and collectors? CB here, and this is part 2 of cars that make you go, There are some doozies out there, let me tell you. Let's start with this one. Let's go with this one. This, what what is this? This is, you know what this is? This is insulting. I bought this. This was in a bin filled with Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars, which means some parent somewhere bought this for their kid. Yeah, can you imagine you're 4 or 5 years old and mom and dad says, "What do you want for Christmas or your birthday or whatever?" And you say, "I want some Hot Wheels or some Matchbox cars," and they bring home this. That is legally child abuse. I mean, what is this? Is this some kind of squashed minivan? It's got rescue on the top. Rescue. The only thing that needs rescuing is this thing. Where did this come from? It's all plastic top, plastic bottom. Somebody didn't put. You know what it looks like? It looks like a car designer said, "You know what? I'm tired. I'm gonna let my 4-year-old design a car, and that's what I'm gonna use as our next model." And here it is. This is what the 4-year-old drew on a piece of paper, and they made a model out of it. And this is really good for nothing because it's just sad. It's really sad. I don't know. I'm kind of depressed looking at this thing because somebody got this as a gift. Where did this come from? Yeah, moving on. Okay, this is something I never understood. This is a die-cast boat. Okay, first of all, boats, cool. Speedboats, awesome. Speedboats like this, super awesome. But this is die-cast metal, and it has wheels on it. Wheels on a boat. The only boat that should have wheels on it is when it's on a trailer. So I've never understood this. Again, put yourself in the place of a 4 or 5-year-old and say, "Hey, I want some Hot Wheels cars," and mom and dad bring you this, and it's like, you're gonna race boats against cars? You know, when you think boats, what do you think? You think, "Hey, I'm gonna put this in the water and well, you see what happens." Yeah. So, I've never really understood this. Again, this is a Matchbox or a Hot Wheels. I'm not sure. It's Mattel. I don't know which one it is. But this goes back a ways because when I was a kid, I was given this. This is a classic old Matchbox boat, police boat. And apparently, I was so mad when I got this, I ripped out the 2 poor policemen who were in the boat because I was so mad. Don't put wheels on a boat unless you put it on a trailer. If you saw my last video too, you know how I feel about this thing. So, again, I don't understand the whole boat thing. If you're gonna make boats, don't make them die cast, and don't put wheels on them. Make them float, because that's what boats do. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. It's cool looking. If it floated, it'd be the best thing ever. But it doesn't. It's got wheels on it. Come on, Hot Wheels. Or Matchbox. Whatever. Okay, here we go. Here we have a NASCAR limousine. Now, little backstory to this. I'm a huge NASCAR fan. At least I was before it started to suck. But back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was a huge Johnny Benson fan because he was from my hometown and I grew up watching him race. So I started collecting everything with a number 10 Valvoline on it once he made his way to NASCAR, and he's still one of my heroes. And so back then, of course, naturally, it had number 10, it had Valvoline on it, and I bought it, and it's a limousine. What? I'm pretty sure when they came up with this, even Johnny was like, "Okay, that's a little weird." But this is a limousine with NASCAR decals on it. A Cadillac limousine. Who thought this up? Have you ever seen anything like this in real life? No, nobody has. This is just bizarre. It's still part of my collection, and it still means that, hey, you know, I'm a huge NASCAR fan. I'm a big Johnny Benson fan. So it's part of my collection. I still love this thing. But again, what were they thinking? Anyway. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, who's this? What's that? Yeah. It's The Undertaker. Okay, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I pulled this out of a bag from a thrift store. And it bears repeating because this is The Undertaker from the WWE, and he's on top of a car. And, you know, hey, you know, what do kids love? Wrestling. What else do kids love? Cars. Let's put them together. Literally. Let's cut the legs off a WWE action figure and stick it on top of a car, because that would be awesome. And here you go. I actually saw a few more of these in a thrift store, and I actually passed them up, but now I'm kind of wishing I got them just for these videos. But how do you play with these? How exactly do you play with these? You can't wrestle with them. You know, hey, you know, I guess if John Cena cut off The Undertaker in traffic and they started racing, this is, you know, this is how you'd handle that kind of thing. But to me, this is just weird. Love The Undertaker. The car is cool, but why not just make like a hearse and put tampos with The Undertaker on it instead of, you know, cutting him in half and sticking it? Anybody else get this? Anybody get this? Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Let's go on. And more proof that Hot Wheels designers are smoking something on the job. God, I love them, but some of these are just weird. This is a jet car with jet engines on a tread, like a tank tread with wheels underneath. What the hell? I mean, it's cool looking, cool paint scheme, all that. But how fast would a car on treads, like tank treads, go with a jet engine? Realistically. I mean, it's like they stuck a jet fighter on top of a tank, strap some jet engines to it, and said, let's go! Kids will love this. Yeah, I don't know. It's a popular model. I mean, a lot of kids have this. But did you ever stop to think about the physics behind this? Maybe I'm thinking too much. I don't know. I'll just set that aside. Oh, Hot Wheels, how I love you. But explain this to me. Hot Wheels has some really cool motorcycles, and I got a pretty nice collection of them. But this one, I don't get. It's two big fat wheels with basically just attached to a red piece of metal. I don't see, there's no, I guess those are handlebars? I guess? Does this look like something anybody would ride outside of a Tron movie? I don't know. I don't even know the name of this. Does anyone know the name of this? What one this is? Of all the Hot Wheels motorcycles they have, this one, Anyway, so that's that. Nothing really weird about this one. I'm just curious about it. Does anyone know what this is? I got this in another toy bin somewhere, and I believe it's Hot Wheels. I don't know. It's like a rhinoceros-looking truck thing. Not too weird. I just don't really know what it is. So if anybody can put down in the comments what this might be, please. I'm just curious. Not too weird. Kind of cool, actually. Just don't know what it is. And lastly, we got a real beaut for you. Step right up. Take a look at this thing. Ain't she a beaut? This is, you know what this is? Again, there's no name, there's no maker or anything like this. It's all plastic, I think. I don't know. But you know what this is? This is what they put on top of your birthday cake when you can only afford as much as the cake, but not an actual Hot Wheels to put on top of it. There's nothing to this thing. This is one of those crappy cars you get at a birthday party. You know, you spent $10 on a model for your friend who's having a birthday, and he gives you something like this in return, and then you're not friends with him anymore, because a true friend would not give somebody like something like this. Pretty pathetic. Again, I feel bad for the kid who got this as a gift, and if your parents ever gave you something like this, I hope you took the steps to emancipate yourself from them, because you deserve better. Anyway, again, just another weird, bizarre car for you to laugh at, like I do. Anyways, that's Cars That Make You Go Part 2. More of these to come as I get them. In the meantime, if you've got pictures of really bizarre cars, put them in the comments section. I'm gonna plan on making a lot more of these as I get them, as I get these weird creations. So if you liked, like and subscribe, and more to come down the road. Thanks a lot, guys.